Hmm. Hmm. Americans. 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 I think people. Um, hmm. Um, Example, we find lower enforcement platform. Curriculum for many items. That icon default default. Hmm. 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 Get icon is a nil value. Oh, it's just to get. Hmm. So it's an unknown item. That makes sense. So we can use that unknown icon on missing missing file types. Hmm. Let's see if do something like this and this is not support a category. All right. Hmm. Looks correct to me. Hmm. There is one more thing that I have to check. Like, Okay. Um, there is one more thing like oil to default. Um, get oil dot um let's say oil dot lua. Let's do oil dot lua. Done Steve Arts um oil dot and then um, this should have its many icons and we'll return this thing, install that, and all right. There's one more thing, like if I do like oil. Okay, so will we are able to okay, we are able to delete the icons. So oil will also have this thing, enable pause, disable the oil input. Perfect. So I got the clarification of we can let the user to edit the icons. Not a big deal. Hmm. Let's just turn off the music. All right, then. So let's dig into the refactoring thing. Okay. Broken link icon. Where we are using this icon actually unused. Wait a minute. Did I change something? Oh, the GRR. So this is the icon that we're using. So if it is a directory, this is a broken link. Links to typo. So metadata. Hmm. Set metadata resolve path. If self-top type is a link and okay, links to the path and self dot path. Hmm. Resolved path. So he's using this thing resolved path. Okay. So we need a resolved path. So if this is a link, then we provide the link path. Otherwise, okay. Otherwise, we return the uh, normal path to that file. That makes sense. Okay. So that's correct. I don't have any problem with that. There are some typings that are needed here. Let's go through file init, and everything looks okay. Everything looks okay to me for now. So we have two custom. Okay, these commands are not set up by me. These are the user commands. Hmm. Are we doing nvim? I mean, exec auto cmd or do auto cmd? Then wait a minute. Um, let's copy this thing and paste over here. So we are not using this thing, and we are not using, I think, this one also. Yeah, we are not using that either of those things. Hmm, makes sense. Then, hmm. Anyways, so we can do something like this is hmm. So okay, let's start working on it. Okay, wait a minute. I have to test the code base actually, and these are passing right now, so we can continue forward. Okay, right. And cd into when test. Let's open the directory, this one, and try to make something else dot log file. So we are able to make that thing. And what if I want to add some of spaces? If I do set conceal to 0, and if I want to add some spaces, I cannot do that. Hmm. Actually, we can leave this thing aside because this is not that important right now. Actually, so hmm, we can improve our regex. Basically, I have to improve the regular expression tests because it is so hard to find out those things when they got failed. So I'm gonna do this test.expect, equality, test.expect.equality with the regex dot get key, and we're gonna do toolbar.txt and we expect a nil. Perfect. Okay. So we can copy this 3 more times. I mean 2 more times, and let's um let's copy this thing, paste it over here, and let's change this thing to 1, and this is also 1. Okay, so same thing for these expressions. So I have to do them one by one. Actually, we don't need these operations. Um, these tests are meaningless right now. So this one also meaningless right now because we not able to pause this one. And this is kind of I mean, this situation never be there, I guess. So I'm gonna leave this thing out, and I'm gonna leave this thing. No, this one is okay. This one is okay. Test dot expect dot equality. Test dot expect equality with the regex dot get name, and with the get name function, we do foobar.txt, and we will have the foobar.txt as the result. Okay, so we're gonna do that 2 more times, and yeah, so we have to pause this thing right here. Copy this thing, pause those thing here, and there we go. So let's try to do that. Now this, make this. Okay. So, all right, so we are on the right track right now. Now we just have to improve the regular expressions actually, because first of all, let me just commit that thing. Converting, or maybe say refactor. Convert using hard-coded. I mean, no, it's not hard-coded. I mean, it is hard-coded, but this is not the exact change we did. Um, okay, using line by line tests instead of iteration. Okay, we are doing this because if either of those test cases, I mean, if either of them is failed, then we will get the error message for a particular line. But if we using the for loop syntax, then this will always point to the particular line, and we don't want that because it is hard to figure out that which subtest is failing at that moment. So we're gonna remove this for loop testing, and we just hard code those values. It's not that much, but it helps a lot. Okay. Delete. Okay. And there's another thing that I changed to read me status feature to-dos to-dos. So this thing is done. So docs readme complete update readme update to-dos update to-do section for current buffer tracking. Okay, so we're gonna push that thing, and let's. Okay, so this thing is done. So we are pretty close to implement a fuzzy finder for changing the directories, and there are plenty of things that uh, we can do with that fuzzy finding algorithm. We can talk about this later, but this will be our next goal. But for now, the current goal is to implement a diffing algorithm to update only uh, specific parent or specific directory. Hmm. Hmm. What is this thing? Jeez. Okay, so fyler init. Okay, so this is the recent win. Okay, we set the entry. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, let's just first create a new file for algorithms. I want to separate the logic algos.lua. Right. So let's create the algorithms, and we have some things associated with this file. Okay, so I'm gonna open file init. Everything is fine. We are just implementing some kind of a diffing algorithm to optimize the rendering of our plugin. Right now, to give a quick demo that what we are trying to achieve is, let's open up a directory with this fyler plugin. Let's say if I let's say if I just press enter to this directory to open it up, only these three lines are changing. I mean, this one line is expand into this three line. and the current algorithm will re-render everything. And what we have to do, just we have to insert these three lines instead of this whole you know this whole text. We don't need this whole text to be re-rendered again. um, if there is a way like to calculate these three changes, like if I press enter on this directory, only this line will become these three lines. So we have to insert those three lines here, and no need to re-render them again and again and again. So we have to implement some kind of a rendering algorithm, I mean diffing algorithm, to calculate what specific things that we have to render them actually that needs to be updated. Are you using Lua for the algorithm? Yeah. I mean, algorithm is not kind of a language specific thing. And to calculate the differences, I don't think we need some kind of, I mean, we don't need some kind of advanced languages like Rust, Go. I think we can implement the diffing algorithm in the Lua itself. So save hash. Okay. So we can first we have to shift all of the tree algorithms that we are using in the file init, file tree init. We don't need to I mean, we don't want to clutter everything in the init file. Init file is just to use other modules. So we have to separate the logic of algorithms and the basic architecture of file tree. So when sharing your GitHub, hmm, what does that mean? When sharing? If you're talking about the GitHub repository for this plugin, then here it is. And there's also a link in the description of this live stream that you can access and install this plugin for the testing purposes. But be careful because it's still under development and not completed yet. We are almost 30%, or you can say 30 to 40% complete this plugin. But there is a long way to go to fully make this plugin functionable, because currently you can do only some basic operations like deletion, creation, or renaming things. You can see there are only three things that you can do, nothing else. There are a long way to go. It's just a slang term. I'm asking about your GitHub. Okay, so it's all right. So this is just the GitHub. There we go. And you can find it on the description as well. Anyways, so let's keep shifting all our files, I mean all our algorithms, for the algorithms file, specifically for this file tree view. So the first algorithm is to, I think, the update the tree node. Where we are using this tree, I mean update tree thing. So we have reference only. Okay, we have the reference for this thing only in one place in the code base. So I don't think. Are you trying lead code or something? Uh, I do little bit of CP. No, not little bit. I did decent amount of CP uh, in my past years, but not currently that much. I mean, you can check out my channel. I mean, previously I'm more focused on computer programming, but now I don't have that much time to, I mean, handle both development and the computer programming things. So, but yeah, I computer programming just fun, but I keep on procrastination. Yeah, procrastination is a really r- it's a it's really your enemy when you're trying to focus on some algorithms and data structures. And sometimes you procrastinate on some difficult problems as well. Like if you handle some, I mean, if you're facing some difficult problems like above your rating too much, then you procrastinate and leave that question. And same time, you didn't even try for other questions as well that might fit in your rating. That's a common problem, actually. Are you also from CSE? Not CSE, but from the information technology. CSE, it's hard to get. So I'm not able to, I mean, I wasn't able to get the CSE branch, but somehow managed to get the information technology. Anyways, so let's just shift all our algorithms. Okay, so we don't need this function as actually. We can just do a update tree. We can do something like tree node and update because we have a specific function related associated with every tree node. So we don't have to make a separate function for updating the file view. I mean file tree view. So we can just call that thing. It is an unnecessary abstraction. Are you planning to go lower level development or will focus on web? Uh, my main work is web development actually, and my whole I mean whole internship and um, not internship exactly, it's a freelancing I'm doing in the web development actually. So but it's kind of a side project like these Lua stuff and neovim plugins. It's kind of I only make those Lua plugins, I mean neovim plugins only when I feel that these plugins are actually needed. First of all, that plugin should be um, required by me. I mean, if I doesn't feel like this plugin is my need or my well suited plugin, then I will not ever create that plugin. I before this plugin, I have only one plugin, which is the assistant.nvim. Actually, if you just search the assistant.nvim, it based on competitive programming, and I only create this plugin because I need this plugin, not like anyone other. So that's the scenario actually. So these are some side things, not my main goals or main path. So let me just okay, just give me 2 seconds, guys. Just give me 2 seconds. I have to take a call. Okay, it's nothing. Okay. But I think the algorithm knowledge and computer programming will better suit the OS or embedded development. Yeah, because yeah, in OS development, there are some scheduling things that you have to be. I mean, you need some pretty clear understanding while you are working on some concurrency or lower level things, because optimization is the first thing that you have to take in mind when you are developing some things. Like when I'm developing this plugin, there are so many things that I have to optimize, and I remember those there are some algorithms that I have to implement, like scheduling algorithm. I think I have a file for scheduling. Yeah. So this is the, I mean, simple scheduling algorithm, but yeah, competitive programming does help you in so many scenarios of development. So it's kind of backbone and makes sense also, and kind of a fun too. So by the way, I think we are distracting from our main goal. So let's just shift our algorithms concept. By the way, let me just check if the plugin is still working. Okay, it's still working. Not a big problem. And let me just commit that thing because I don't want to merge every change in a single commit. I want to be I want to commit the changes as atomic as possible, because the atomic commits are pretty easy to understand actually, and you can actually tell by looking the commit message and the changes if you are doing the commits on a pretty atomic level. Like every commit should be associated to only one change. One change doesn't mean the single line. It just means the single concept that you are doing by changing those. Let's go, brother. Full power to you. Try Groovebox also. It's super good color scheme. Yeah, I have installed, I guess, that color scheme, but I think I'm gonna go with the Tokyo Night, because mm, I've been using this color scheme for a very long time, so a complete switch to like a completely different theme, it's kind of hard. So I'm gonna stick with this, and I'm pretty comfortable with these colors also. Yeah, sometimes these colors are so annoying because this color scheme is really have so many colors, and while coding, you need some kind of a dim colors. You know what I want to say. So, anyways, remove unnecessary update tree function. Remove unnecessary update tree function. Okay, perfect. So I'm gonna copy every algorithm to this one file, because I don't want to clutter everything in this init file. So let's just do this thing. Wait a minute. Wait just a minute. Wait a minute. I'm gonna go over file init update. What? I just commit. What did I commit actually? Then okay, everything is good. what are you coding on? What software and what Linux is that? Uh, so let me answer one by one. So what are you coding on what software, right? So I'm just coding a neovim plugin actually, and the Linux I'm using is Arch, and I think that these are the question. On what software? The software is just neovim. This is my code editor to do some coding, like, basic text editor, nothing much. Okay, hearing about the atomic commit for the first time, I just squash even the big ones. Um, yeah, like these commits will be okay if you are the only one that was working on a, big project, because no one want to understand that personal code basis. But if you are working on some kind of a open source project, then your commit messages and commits should be reasonable. Looks like WM, but I'm not sure. I use i3wm. Uh, Hyperland is the one which is in the hype when I want to switch to a tiling window manager. So I just pick that one, and I kind of like it. I don't know anything about the i3wm. I mean, I heard about this i3wm but never used that thing. No reply. Interesting name. I think no reply is kind of a names to given to the some kind of a email services. Anyways, DWM, any window manager. Hmm. Yes, yes. Okay. All right. So let me open the split. I accidentally commit the wrong thing, but everything is now okay. And let me just test everything here. Okay, everything is still functional. And so let's just open the algorithms, and we can do something like tree table to node. Okay, so we can do some, so we can shift this thing to here, and we have to make some changes, like the table is now the M, so we no longer accessible to this, you know this self value, right? So self value is no longer available. So tree table from node, so I think it is expected to have a tree node, I guess, right? So let me just params tree node, and it's a fyler tree node, right? And that makes sense. Perfect. Okay, let me just update that to node, right? All right, so no reply, got killed. Yeah, there are some so many people like watching my live streams. They just want to watch some kind of a coding stuff. They didn't even chat even once in the whole live stream. They just want to see some coding stuff. That's it. And I'm one of those people also. Sometimes I just open the YouTube and uh, start watching some kind of random coding stuff, like long coding session stuff. What's the toughest algorithm for you, like B trees or maps? Toughest. I think B tree is literally a tough algorithm to be and understand, I guess. How long have you been programming? Um, okay, it's I guess 4.5 years. Not that much. I mean, just finish off my bachelor's. That's all. So I have almost 4.5 years of experience of programming. What's your go-to language? Um, Give me some hints like development or competitive programming. So if that's competitive programming, then I'm gonna go with the C++. And if it is a development thing, then I think my most comfortable language is I'm gonna go JavaScript. Assembly for sure. No, 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 no. Assembly, it's not. I'm not that kind of low-level programmer. You can ignore this person. Actually, you can completely ignore this person. He's my brother actually. That's right. Dijkstra algorithm using machine code. Man, you need some kind of a guts to do these kind of things, actually. Continue? Okay, I'm gonna continue these things. Okay, so get table. So store, we need a store here, fyler.store. So this is the meta store that we need, store, right? The next thing, free node. Okay, so we just have to remove the self and this will work. So this will work no matter what. Okay, so this function will work. Now next function is just to free table from buffer. So let's do that thing as well. So let's do this thing and okay, there we go. We just have to do m. So we don't need the self actually. All right. So if we need to build the tree table from the buffer, then we need a buff number or win. I think we just let's just pass the win here, and that win is not a normal window. It's a filer window, right? So we can just remove that self and API. So let's do local API. API is equals to vim.api, right? And undefined global self, we don't need that. Self, self, tree node. What? Why is this tree node? Oh, because we need a parent. Okay, 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 okay. Then I think we can do one thing. Wait a minute. So we can do just view. That's it. So same thing here. We're gonna do view. Hmm. So this will be a file tree view. not confirm view. It's a tree view. View, view. So it's a view. That's a view, and this is a view dot tree node. Perfect. So same thing for this. I'm gonna take the view, and it's a filer view, right? And we need just view.when, view.when, view.treenode, and view.treenode. So everything is in the view. You can add some DNS script to show chat at notification. Yeah, I can do that, but currently I'm literally kind of busy actually. But we will do that, sure, in future. What's the API structure for file like in comparison to oil? API structure. Hmm. Not sure what you're talking about actually. Can you be more specific? I mean, if you are just talking about the underlying concept that the file are using in comparison to oil, then that is understandable, and I can explain that too. So we need a regex. So regex, and this is the regex. Oh, okay. Then we need fs, fs, fs. No, that's the wrong thing. lib.fs, lib.fs. Okay. So that thing is also okay. So now this is the hash thing, get diff. So this is the, so let's export this thing also. All right, so let's put that here. Sort of. Actually, I'm not sure as well. Any future plans for master or gate or fan? Mm, I I have one surety that I won't be going for the master. I just don't want to be. I mean, I don't like to be study more. Actually, I got enough of this, and I'm kind of tired from these study things. I just want to be like a contributor. I want to build something that someone can use. Like, I don't want to live on the theories. I mean, not anymore. I want to be like, want to be someone like who can invent something by their knowledge instead of just giving theories. And there's one big reason that I'm not doing masters, that I'm literally tired of study, actually. I don't know, some people have so much stamina that they will go up for the masters, and some even go for like competitive exams for like government specific things. I don't have that much endurance left over. So, anyways, this is view, parents view, file view, file tree view. Okay. So view. Yeah, like DRDO or ISRO. Yeah, DRDO and ISRO. Yeah, kind of a things, but currently, mm, these are some big things actually. DRDO and ISRO, these are really big things. I don't have plans for these two things actually. But what's the plan? Being in open source won't be good for the later life. Fang should be nicer. Not exactly Fang. Any company for a fresher is good, in my opinion. I have plenty of time actually. So I'm gonna build up some experience actually. I want to gain some experience and want to build something. And then I think meanwhile I will get a job. I am pretty sure that I will get a job. Not in Fang actually. Fang is so far away from my reach actually. I think this should be updated. Anyways, have you tried freelancing or not? Yeah, just I'm just freelancing, but not on my own. I mean, I'm freelancing through a company. Even Google is killing off recently. They made the Pixel devices trees private for the Android 16. Yeah, this kind of sucks. Anyways, let's continue. We have some things to do. So this is a file refresh, right? File tree view refresh. So this will refresh the whole view actually. So I'm gonna open another split and I'm gonna go on the actions of file tree. And wait a minute. This view is kind of short, and so I have to open it in the um um what we have actions, and in the actions we can transfer that refresh thing here, right? So okay, so let me just do a file tree in it. So this is the refresh thing, right? Hmm. So we are doing a refresh here. Hmm. No reply. Giving all the replies. Group of so like you from South India or North India? No, not actually. I mean, not exactly North India. Just below the North Indian side, I guess. To be exact, it's Uttar Pradesh. Okay, group of team collecting works and working on them. Bengali then? No, I'm not eastern side. I already told you that I'm from Uttar Pradesh. Anyways, so I have to do some refresh things, right? So I'm gonna call this refresh function here. So I'm gonna implement this function. I mean, let's just transfer this refresh function here. Uh, where? Refresh view, right? So, okay. So let's just do here. Okay, this is a function. Let's just do this thing and this view. And this is the UI.file tree and this self. Okay, now this is not the self. We have to import the algos from here. Algos. Hmm. Okay, we will do that. Wait a minute. So we will do get diff. Okay. Okay. Um, algos dot update tree. So this tree. Okay. Update tree. Oh. Oh. Got it. So we have to do something like v dot update. I mean, param file tree view with name file tree node update, right? So we're gonna update that thing, and we don't need that thing like this thing. So we just need to algos dot tree table from the view dot tree node, right? Okay. So these self things should be self and we can convert those to the UI. Let's put them here. We don't know, I mean, we no longer need that. Damn, Ghaziabad gangs. Not a gang. Okay. Are you planning to move to Bangalore or Hyderabad? Because those are prominent tech hubs now. Um, Not right now. I mean, not as a fresher actually. I want to be placed on some nearby places like Noida, Ghaziabad. I mean, at max Pune, but not like Hyderabad and Bangalore for a pressure. Also, what would be better? What would be your ideal tech stack that you want to use in your job? Hmm. For tech stack, if you're asking, then I want to tell you that my currently my favorite tech stack is Svelte with Go as a backend. See, I said Garcia. Yeah. I mean, what's wrong with that? I think I mean that works for me as a fresher. So these are just personal preferences. Anyways, so let's keep going. So regexes. So we don't need regexes here. Hmm. So we have to fix a lot of things actually. So okay, we need a git. I mean, algos. Do we have diff function here? Okay, we have a diff function here, so we can use the diff function git, I mean not git, it's a algos dot this thing. So we will get the diff. Okay. So instead of calling the refresh from here, I'm gonna just api.nvim. We will execute an auto command, right? So we will execute an user auto command which has a pattern, a pattern, a pattern of file init. Like, what is the pattern? Okay, this is the pattern for this thing. So we will execute this command to refresh the view, and it will automatically call the refresh function, refresh view action. So that's it. We should be doing, I mean, we should use the modularity actually. Tree table. This is kind of an interesting thing. Render. So render, let's get to render this thing. So we just need to provide the algos. Let's import that thing from here, and I'm gonna just pass the self thing here, self. So I think that should work, right? There are some more things that I have to handle here. So what is this thing? Undefined refresh. Oh, okay, okay, okay. So Vim, same thing. We will do api.nvim, api.nvim, exec auto commands, user with a pattern or a refresh view, right? The next error is cannot assign fyler.node to parameter of, oh, okay, okay, okay. There you go. I think this should work. So this should work. Now the next error, we don't have any errors left, I guess. So let's go to algos. Looks like we are handling everything correctly. Wow. We did it. We did it in the first try. And everything is working. We successfully, I mean, we refactor everything to the algos file. Okay. So this is the action thing. Now I think init.lua is much cleaner. Like you, if we just inspect that thing, like okay, this is a new function to create a new instance, right? And this is a open function to open up the things. I mean, every function you can see in this init.lua file, it's directly associated with the view. And I transfer every other function which is not directly related to the file view. I separate them out in their own file. So this open function is directly related to the view because it will open the view thing. And we have this close function, we have action, and this is an open function. I mean, this is an open member function, and which will open the instance. Okay, and this open function, okay, this is a method associated to every instance. So nothing much. So let's just commit out that thing, refactor put everything. Wait just a minute. I have to test things out because things might break. Oh, everything seems to be passing. Let me just test this thing with myself. So if I want to, if I delete this file, let me just do this one. And if I rename this to make file to cake file, and let's just create a new file like YouTube. And if I save this thing, so we are creating a YouTube file, deleting the README file, and we are migrating from make file to cake file. So I'm gonna discard those changes, and everything seems to be working. So I'm gonna commit that thing, put everything. Put algorithms to their own module. Yeah, so perfect. So now we can easily, the benefit of this refactor thing is to like we can test these individual function, like whatever in whatever scenario we want, like we just have to pass the view and that's all. Previously we can directly test these functions, I mean these algorithms, because these are directly attached to a table instance, but now they are open functions. You can just require and use them. But previously you have to create an instance and you have to do so many things, and there are just a lot of clutters. So we can just now directly test those functions. So, and everything is simply modularized. You can see this file view has some their local actions, algorithms, regular expression store, structure, and UI. And the structure is a recursion limit. Hey, wait a minute. Where we are using this recursion thing? Oh, okay, okay. So this is the maximum recursion limit for opening the directories actually. Got it, got it, got it. So, anyways, all right. By the way, did anyone did a pull request? Don't think so. Okay, these are the issues opened by myself. Okay, perfect. So, now we can I mean, we can proceed with the diffing algorithm thing. So let's go to algos and first let's just do some, I mean, structuring, like how we gonna achieve that thing. So xcali draw. By the way, let's pop out the chat for now. And let's put it here because now I'm gonna do some drawing things actually. I mean, oh, flashbang. Um, okay, so I want to do some things like hmm, so how are we going to calculate the diffs, I mean differences between two trees? So let's just assume like we have some tree like here, and another node here, another node here, right? So these are some nodes actually. So this is a tree kind of a structure. Or let's just assume we have a rectangle too, like this thing. So, okay. So this is a one tree, right? Let's just assume this is a one tree, and we have another tree like that, and we have to calculate some differences between those two trees, right? So one way is to do some hashing. Like we can use hashing algorithms to hash one of the trees. I'm preferring the old snapshot of the tree, like which is stored in our memory. So we can just do some hashing for the previous tree, and we can compare those results to the new tree. In that way, we can calculate the differences between the both of the trees, right? So this is one way to do those things. So let's say uh, we did some algorithm thing, and we wait a minute. So let's assume that we did some things. We compare the tree from previous one. I mean, this is the previous one, previous tree, and the latest tree. So this is the latest tree, and this is the previous tree. So we do some operations. We comparing this previous tree with the latest tree, and let's say we have some changes, right? So we have some changes like this thing. So let's say these are the changes. I mean, you can say more specifically, we can say differences, right? So these are the differences that we are getting on comparing with the previous tree with the latest tree, right? Now, the next thing, like let's see, we calculate those differences. Now we have to calculate the exact line numbers, like on which line they have to be, inserted. Are you getting where I'm pointing at actually? Mm, we are just comparing two trees. Like tree is nothing, just this file tree. I'm talking about this file tree, right? So this file tree like this, right? So we have this file tree, and we have a state like this is wait a minute. So this is the previous tree that we have, and let's say if I press enter, so this is the new structure that we get for the file tree. So now we have to compare this tree and this tree to compare the differences, and you can clearly see that these two lines are inserted, right? So we just have to calculate uh, calculating these two lines is easy. Like what are the differences? Calculation of differences is easy. We can use just the hashing algorithm, and um, this will give us the differences. But the thing is, we need to calculate the exact line number that we have to insert these changes. So this is the whole thing that I want to achieve to optimize the view. I mean, optimize the rendering thing, because currently this directory, it's kind of a small thing, like, but in real world, like some mono repository architecture, you have so many folders, nested folders, files, and there are so many things. So rendering should be smooth. That's why I want to implement this diffing algorithm. It's more like a virtual DOM in React. I mean, React also uses the virtual DOM to optimize their operations of the re-rendering the state. So we are just doing the same thing. Like this is the state, and this is the updated state. So we have to calculate the differences between the two states, and we have to apply. I mean, we have to repaint the screen only for those differences. We don't have to print the whole screen with the latest changes. We just want to paint only the differences between the previous snapshot and the next, I mean, the latest snapshot. So this is the whole algorithm that we have to implement. Kind of a stressful thing, actually. So there are some research that I have to do about inserting a line. I mean, not inserting a line, just calculating those lines, like where we need to, I mean, where we need to append those lines. So what's time it is? Okay, it's 1:27. I think that's it for this stream. I have to research about this algorithm first, then we should implement this in the next stream. So, all right. So I think we should wrap up the stream. Mm, The code is updated. You can actually try this plugin. Anyways, I think okay. So let's end the stream. Good night, everyone. We will meet in the next stream.